All right, so in the last few videos I've made, I've been sharing with everybody the idea that someone in our past actually created our numerals using base 12 geometry. So this is what the design of the numerals from 1 to 9 looks like. And I've shown you why I think that they look this specific way. The 7 has that line going through it, the 6, the 5, just basically what you would expect them to look like. But they can be attached to their specific square root radius in this pattern, and then when they're done like that, they contain the value of the number that they represent. So obviously the number 1 is going to be smaller in this scale than the number 8 and 9, which basically has lengths of lines that are the length of 9 or 8 or 6, 5. It's true for all of the numerals. But I've also shown you, again, that it's in base 12. So I started to think as I was exploring this idea, well, there must be some numerals that represent the numbers between 9 and a dozen. So a dozen in base 12 basically looks like what we would call a 10, but it's not a 10, it's a dozen. So that's 6 plus 6 equals do in base 12. So how you count in base 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dec, L, and do. So there are two symbols that look like something different. They have a look and a name. The dec looks like that. It's an X, but it's got this little sort of tail on the top and the bottom of one side. And then L looks like what a lot of people would say is a backwards 3. When we draw, if we draw a 3, how it's usually mostly drawn in our culture nowadays, it has the two curves, 2 half circles or 3/4 circles, something like that. So that's that symbol, but turned sort of backwards. So where did I find these symbols? Well, I did an internet search, and there's not a lot of information about base 12 or Dozenal math on the internet, but there is a video called Little 12 Toes on YouTube. It was made by somebody in the 70s. It's like a kid's tune, and it's about exploring the idea if we had 6 fingers on each hand, maybe we would use base 12 math. And in that cartoon, he's counting, and you see these two numerals. So I thought, well, if my theory is true, that someone used this geometric pattern to come up with the designs and that each numeral contains the value of the number that it represents, then these two numerals should fit that same pattern. So what I'm going to do in my next video is show you how this symbol for dec and this symbol for L actually do fit that same pattern, what they're supposed to look like, specifically when they were designed on that geometric pattern. So hope you can join me for that. Thanks for watching.